let's see, put this on to Patreon. Let's go live again. Share. Copy the link. Maybe I should just copy and paste this. Okay, there you go, live streaming, and hopefully that is working. Next, post it now, all members. There you go. Okay, we are live. Well, that's the front. Let's get middle sorted. Currently I'm using 0.3, let's go for 0.25. It's not too much of a gap in between. Let's put this up here. Hello, ruler. Okay. Clothesline on the house. Add some clothes in there. Don't want to go too much detail on this for no reason. I want to fill in all the houses and the front trees and everything here. I need to make it less so I can check my lines. one thing I really like about the textured pen is that if you do like really light lines, it just leaves these little gaps which are, you know, unnatural. You know, if you don't push on this too hard, it leaves these little gaps, which is quite nice. You just create almost like this authenticity to the work, which makes it seem like it's less digital and more traditional. Let's go this. Let's get rid of that. Not happy with that shadow. Save that. That looks alright. Okay. What is that? Let's add this antenna. And what I'll do is a little bit of trickery to make it seem a little bit more 3D. I'm just going to add some lines, or remove some lines. There you go. That's quite nice. Now, I'm hoping to get this done. Hoping to get this done. And then I'm also hoping to get a couple of pages, a couple of panels done on this page. Maybe one, we'll see. Because I'm kind of running out of time here. I have a holiday booked with my wife and kids. So we're going away on Saturday, which means I won't be able to do any more work because we're going to be in a place where there's like no internet. We're going to be away for the entirety of the week, and the idea behind this week is to try and get 2 pages completed. So that's the idea anyway. And I don't want to disappoint Joe. I have already disappointed him this week because unfortunately I won't be able to do the colouring for the first 2 pages, and I said I would, and that's made me look really bad, because I committed to something which I definitely shouldn't have done without looking at whether I was actually available to do it, and that is completely my fault. And poor Joe is just being really nice and kind about it, and he's just kind of, putting up with it. He's a great guy, absolutely great guy. Let's see what's going on here. Right, that's their actual house. So maybe I don't even need to do much to this. Let's just add. I think I'm getting a bit fatigued as well. Been doing this all day. So I apologise. Need to make the lines decent. Not only do I need to make lines decent, I need to make them accurate. So that's to look better as well. Little fence. Let's put that in. And follow that line. Same with this. That part sticking out a little bit. Cool. Now this is going to be like the whole thing, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to get this page done as best as I can. I think tomorrow might be a little bit more interesting without me just adding in all these details here and there. I can do other stuff, like the faces and other things like that. More interesting. Now work your way down all of the caravans on this trailer park. Oh, don't like that line. Till you get to this one, because this is the main one. Add a little bit of thickness to it. There you go. Little bits of rock here and there, little bits of trash everywhere. Let's put this one in. Alright, so when you look at that panel, first thing you see is that area there. Why? Because everything else is essentially grey, and that's what we want. Or we get rid of this bush. I'll just add a little bit of, take some of that away really. Some particle bits here, so it looks a little bit more realistic, but still within the theme of everything else. Almost there. I don't want to rush this again. I want to take my time and do it so that every panel gets every bit of attention it deserves. Otherwise, they end up, not looking good. And it's not that one panel can ruin everything. There's obviously more to it than that. But rushing through panels, I think that's not right. Rushing through panels is dangerous in that you're setting yourself up to fail. You're essentially setting yourself up so that if someone looks at any panel, right, anyone at all, and they're looking at your work, and they're going to be judging you based on that one random panel that they themselves have selected, don't you want it to be decent? So I would just recommend not rushing through anything like this, because it is the details can honestly help, can make it, can break it, can get you hired. Your choice of lighting, your choice of positioning, composition, all that stuff is vastly important, massively so. I'm going to add a little bit of particle to this area here. Get them really small. I'll do the same thing here. That's not to say that you can't use things to help speed up the process. Focus on every line, making sure that it is done with care, thought, and more importantly, precision. But again, you got rubber. You can always use rubber. Right, get rid of that. What's the first thing you see? Boom, boom, that house. Why is that? Because that's what you're... that's the important part. That's where you focus. There's a trash heap. Congratulations. Right, let's do the... I wonder... I'm going to play about with this a little bit. No, I don't like that. Let's put the background in, which should just be a couple of trees, and we're good to go. Oh yeah, and the sky. In which case, maybe we should do the sky first. Okay, let's do the sky first. just scale that sky. And I'll remove that, anything that I don't want later, because now I can just do the trees, thankfully. I want to maybe put in a little bit of gradient release on that. Some right, let's add a little bit of texture to this, because it's not, the best right now. There you go. Droplets are so useful. There you go. Basic forms of the trees, and it just adds so much not intensity, so much in terms of dimension. And I want the sky to be almost overshadowing the trees a little bit, because it's going to have that forced perspective on it. Let's get rid of some of this edging a little bit. Good. See, it looks much better. Right, now we can remove excess. Let's get rid of the rough, because it's a bit harder to see with the rough as well. Almost there with this. And last thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of white, just to, and I'll fill that up with some particles for the trees, in the kind of opposite way that we did this there. And we're good to go. Adds a dimensionality to it. Right, that is. I wonder if I should put some cables on this as well in the background. I might. I think it might look better. call it trees. And let's put up behind the trees, call that cables. And we'll just do it in white with the texture pen, and we'll choose something really, really small like 0.15. I change that. No, let's take that out. Let's maybe put it in as like an add glow after this. So let's put that in. We can have some like pylons here going across the sky a little bit. Remove some of this. There you go, that's not bad. Save all that. Thank you very much. And that's 4 years earlier in a big trash heap. I'm not sure, I'm a big fan. Yep. Delete that. There you go, 4 years earlier. Poor guy. Save. That's it, that's that panel done. Is the page done? Right, great, that's done. Send that to our guy. And let's move on. Let's remove that first. And then call that tick talk. Okay. Right, let's call it. And that worked quite nicely. Thank you very much, everybody. If you want to see more, of course, go on to Patreon/Midnight Comics. I really do appreciate you all coming. And yeah, maybe see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.